in your home.
Okay, so basically, went better than expected. The shoulder shrugger was strong. We went to the rotator cuff in the back area here. That went very well. Nice loose connection, strong one-to-one match. We're really happy with that. We then went to the front and we used ribs 3 through 7.
Okay.
And so
Where is that? Is it high up?
So basically, rib 3 is here, rib 4 is the middle nipple line,
Right.
and then 5, 6, 7.
Wow.
I
I thought everything was lower after that.
Yes, you have to go from
Yeah.
3 all the way to 7.
Yeah.
Basically, ribs 3 and 4 were good. 5, 6, and 7 were very strong.
Wow.
And so, because of that, because ribs 3 and 4 were good but not really strong,
Right.
I went and looked at the pec, and the pec nerve was strong. So
And
we're
that was
able to
such a
use
big
it.
surprise when
Big
she told us that.
surprise.
I was elated.
Big surprise, because basically it opened up more doors for us.
For the tricep, because
Yeah.
the ribs.
Oh,
go-
not the triceps, for the deltoid.
Delt.
right,
Okay.
deltoid.
Okay.
Because I wanted to get the deltoid really strong,
Okay.
and so we took the pec nerve, we combined it with 2 rib nerves.
Okay.
So pec nerve with ribs 3 and 4, that went to the deltoid.
Okay.
Usually the axillary nerve has a big mismatch to the rib nerves, but
Right.
because we added the pec nerve, it was nearly a 1-to-1 match. So that
Oh
was
my
amazing.
God.
And then ribs 5, 6, and 7.
Oh.
7 was a double. So 7 was almost like a double nerve. And so it was almost like we had
More
ribs.
nerves than you.
So basically I combined all of those, and that was a 1-to-1 match to the musculocutaneous nerve. So long surgery, tired, but well worth it. And she's
So good.
gonna really have a lot of electricity, a lot of firepower. It can only help.
So that
And-
pec nerve, we thought it was just uncontrollable
Yeah.
and that it was
It
not going to
fired
be
really-
used at all.
So I checked it with the nerve stimulator. First of all, the pec muscle itself looked very stout.
Yeah.
So that already made me think maybe this is actually usable. And then we took the nerve stimulator. I'll send you guys all these videos,
Yeah.
but we stimulated and it really jumped.
Wow.
And so she may not necessarily have full control over it,
I
but
understand that. Yeah.
it at least brings in electricity that would otherwise not be
Never.
going in,
Yeah.
and it can only help for that. So
And then she already had tricep control and
Correct.
movement.
Correct.
So if you
Yeah.
used it anywhere else, it's good because she already
exactly.
can do that.
And so this is going to be a good balance for her shoulder, because we've given her the 2 rotator cuff muscles,
And
the
adductor
suprainfraspinatus-
movement.
exactly, deltoid, so she should get the abduction she needs, she should get the shoulder control, and then those ribs again, 5, 6, and 7 are really strong, double nerve on 7, so she got a lot of firepower for her biceps and brachialis, and all the connections went loosely. There was no tension,
Wow.
and so she's just going to be in a sling. For
What's
this-
the recovery?
So basically, she'll be in that sling at least 3 to 4 weeks, just because although the connections were loose at 65 degrees,
Okay.
I don't want to run the risk of any kind of pull. So she'll be in an elbow sling. In terms of things in the operating room, she was very sensitive to the total IV anesthetic. So when we gave her the anesthetic, her pressure lowered a little bit.
And she already has break.
Got it. So that's like a normal thing in terms of we had just during the whole surgery, they had to give her almost like the equivalent of like Sudafed, which is ephedrine,
Yeah.
to raise it up
Yeah,
a little bit. The only other thing that Jaden gets the distinction for is she's the first patient I've had where I had a little nick in the lining of the lung, not the lung itself, but
Okay.
the lining. So that 2-layer closure, we filled the field with fluid, there was no air leak.
Was
so
it
we're
the
fine.
right?
It was the 5th rib. On the 5th
Oh, okay.
rib, I had that little nick in the lining of the
Yeah,
lung.
yeah.
So we stopped, we sewed it,
Yeah.
sewed it with 2 layers, we filled the field, there was no air
Okay.
leak. We'll get an x-ray after surgery just to be sure that there's
Yeah.
no major air in there. I don't expect it.
Right.
She didn't have any issues with breathing the whole time.
Thank God. Yeah.
So all in all, really happy.
Me too.
I'm glad the pec nerve was usable.
I am too. It's
And,
just another blessing.
And it was a struggle on the 7th rib, but I'll tell you, the double nerve on that second one, that thing sprouted 3 more times, and we used all of it. So I took all of that stuff.
Oh my
People
God.
can tell you in the operating room, like it was an effort. We got all
Oh.
those in, and I'll Dropbox you guys the photos
I
so you
would
can
love
see
it.
that.
I
Thank you.
appreciate you guys
Of
so
course,
much. I'm
of
so
course,
grateful.
pleasure.
So
Yeah, of
grateful.
course. Listen.
Like I just.
Yeah.